Hello there, hockey fans, and welcome inside the Detroit Skating Club, home of the Bloomfield Hills Blackhawk hockey team, as they get set to take on the Birmingham Unified Kings tonight in boys varsity hockey. I'm Brad Fetters for the Birmingham Area Cable Board Sports, joined once again by my broadcast partner, Andy Aubrey, as we get set to call the action here tonight. And Andy, really this is a tale of two teams that are going in opposite directions.
Yeah, they sure are, Brad. We've got Bloomfield Hills in their building tonight. They've only got 4 wins on the whole season. In fact, they've lost 8 and 9. On the other hand, Birmingham, they're doing quite well. 13 and 8, and they have won 4 out of 5. So they're trending up, and this should be a good game. It's a good rivalry.
This is the second regular season matchup between these two teams. Birmingham winners of the first matchup 4-1 in that hockey game. Regular season's kind of coming down to the stretch run here with only a couple games remaining in the schedule.
Yeah, not many left. So Birmingham wants to keep this positive momentum going as they head into the playoffs. And their coach, Zach Warson, and I had a chat just a few moments ago to talk about this game.
We've really been playing our best hockey the last couple weeks. We're coming off big wins against Clarkson and Lake Orion. We've played a tough schedule. We graduated 19 seniors last year, and that's a lot for any program. And we've played, again, coming down the stretch here with some big games of Chelsea, Lake Orion, Clarkson, and we feel like we're hot right now going to last week of season, going into regionals, and have some positive momentum. So really happy with how the group's progressed, and it's a really good group of kids, and look forward to finishing out strong.
Who are some of the good teams in this league? You mentioned Clarkson and some others.
Yeah, our league is tough every night. With Clarkson, Lake Orion, Rochester. Clarkson just won it, and they've had a great year. For us, every OAA Red game's a tough game, and this is a rivalry game for us, and this is no different for us. So if you're not ready to go in this league every night, you're going to have a tough day.
Right. Now, you're in their building tonight. Talk a little bit about some of the players that have been standing out for you guys this season.
Yeah, on offense, Chase Benezer and Jules St. Marie have done a lot for us, both first-year players for us. We've had a lot of group by committee early for scoring, but those two have really stood out. On defense, our senior captain, Charlie Pinozzi, is a 3-year guy. He's really led it. We had Blake Simon come in. They've been our top pair. Really for us, though, Joaquin Robinson, our starting goalie, he's been great for us. He's kept us in some game and stole some games that we probably shouldn't have won. But yeah, those guys have really carried it for us. But really, it's been a group effort every night, because if we don't do that with our depth, we're going to struggle. And everybody's worked hard. But those guys really stuck out. But I can't say enough about Joaquin Robinson as a kid and a player and how he's been in net. So he's looking forward to the playoffs.
Well, Andy, this is a Birmingham offense. It's kind of a high-powered offense going up against the Bloomfield Hills squad that's giving up a lot of goals per game.
Yeah, Birmingham's averaging 4 goals a game, and they're getting excellent goaltending. And Coach Warson did make mention of that some are going to be very keen on watching for this one, because, like we said earlier, they're playing well, and they're going to want to keep that positive momentum flowing upward as the season kind of winds down.
An OAA Red matchup coming up next right here on BACB Sports. Opening face-off coming up after this brief timeout. Welcome back inside the Detroit Skating Club. Brad Fetters for BACB Sports alongside my broadcast partner, Andy Aubrey. Let's meet tonight's starters in net. For Birmingham, it'll be Joaquin Robinson, 10-6 record, 333 goals against, and a 912 save percentage. Opposite him will be Bryce McEllier. Birmingham Unified in their road black jerseys. Bloomfield Hills Blackhawks in their home white jerseys with purple numerals and trim. The Blackhawks will be operating left to right. Puck brought out to center ice. William Pinoza back there for BU to guide it out to center. Chipped back in by the Blackhawks, where the Kings will operate behind the net. Swinging it around to the near side boards, all the way out to the blue line, but not out. Jack Ike kept it in as he pinched in from his defensive position. Going in after Blake Simon around the back of the cage. Takes a little bit of a body blow there on the far side. Kept in by the Blackhawks. Centering pass, unable to connect. And carried out now by Simon all the way out to center ice. A little 3-on-2 for the Kings. Centering shot. Long rebound comes out. Unable to get the stick on it, Nathaniel Bloom. The Blackhawks carry through the neutral zone. Left wing side, pull-up shot. Steered over to the right corner. And thrown along the far side boards. Backhanded out to center ice when the Blackhawks will regroup. Wholesale changes coming now for Birmingham. Picked up along the far side by the sophomore Dostal. Swung around the end boards, but not out. Once again, keeping the play alive was Lineski. Puck squirts out to the half boards. Unable to play it there at the blue line. Rumps. Another 3-on-2 for Birmingham if they hurry. That shot steered over. Walsh unable to play it for the Kings. Dostal overskates it. Stretch pass to Kepler on the left wing side off his stick. Lineski had it, lost it, was able to steer it over a teammate. Rumps has it, changes directions, throws a pass over to the left wing side, in and off the stick of a teammate. "17-minute periods in boys high school hockey here in the state of Michigan. As we mentioned at the very top of tonight's broadcast, the second meeting this season between these two schools. First taking place in the middle of December. December 17th, in fact, at 4-1, Birmingham win that night. Kepler's stretch pass, unable to connect with the teammate, going in after it. Ernie Graney, big rip from the blue line, blocked out in front. Wynn Thompson, the sophomore defenseman, didn't get a lot on that shot. Big check directly in front of us. Blackhawks looking to vacate their own defensive zone, overskating the puck, but kept alive there by Ben Ezra. Ben Ezra throws it over to the right wing side. Charbonnet goes in after it, one hand on the stick. Intercepted by Birmingham as they look to break out. Hargrave Thomas tried to steer it over to the centerman. Deflected out. And the Blackhawks will look to bring on a couple fresh skaters. Luke Thurswell, goal and 4 assists on the season for the forward in 16 games. Where's the big 4-6? On that Birmingham jersey. Pinoza will ring it around the end boards. A couple more fresh skaters onto the ice now for Birmingham Unified. 4 minutes gone by, opening period of play. Jack Ite looking to get that puck to Jordan Newman. Top line back out into the ice for Bloomfield Hills. Chipping away at it. Lundberg with the scoring opportunity there for Hills. Now a tie up that left wing circle. Steered over top the cage. Playing the body. McGrath now near side. Backhand pass. Right onto the stick of Pinoza. Pinoza gains the zone. Has to go wide. Threw it on front of the net. And just out of the reach there of Lorenzo Kaufman. First scoring chance of the opportunity belongs to BU.
Not a lot of play stoppage here so far, Brad. There's been some end-to-end action. A couple good scoring changes for each side.
Kaufman's appeared in 14 games. Doesn't have a goal or assist on our stat sheet. Walsh catches back up to the puck, threw a wrister in on net where it's gloved down by McElhinney.
Well, we saw Bloomfield overskate the puck a number of times. They were ready to break out. They were thwarted by the bouncing puck, as it were. Birmingham sort of carrying the play early in this one. And this face-off will be deep in the Blackhawks' zone.
Bryce McElhinney wearing that 1 jersey in the goaltending position. One of only 4 seniors on this Bloomfield Hills roster. A little brief senior ceremony prior to the start of tonight's game, as this is their last home contest of the season. Regular season winding down, and teams will look forward to district play. We'll get into all of that throughout tonight's broadcast. Hard to believe, but the winter season, Andy, nearly over.
Yeah, where did it all go, Brad? It seems like we were just calling some basketball and had a wrestling meet and some swimming, and boom. Next thing you know, we'll be on to baseball and softball.
Rumps tied up along those far side boards. Battle for it. Skates and sticks converge. We'll see who comes out of that scrum with the puck. It will be the Kings. Another odd man rush coming up here for Birmingham. Terrific centering pass and an even better pad save by the senior McElhier. He has been tested twice. He has passed the test both times. Fired along the side boards. Comes all the way back into the Birmingham zone. Defenseman to defenseman there. Walsh calls for the puck. Stepping in between the pass was Dominic Dostal. He knocked it down. BU will regroup. They punch it in through center ice, but will regroup along your blue line. Jabbed at and played now by Walsh as he kind of spins one through center ice. Another battle for it, and it'll be Bloom that takes it. Walsh lost it off his stick. Ben Ezra fires into the catching glove of Robinson. First save of the game for Robinson.
Well, this was innocent enough. You got to watch those giveaways because this was a very dangerous opportunity for Bloomfield Hills. And as you mentioned, Brad, the good save, sort of right on this catching glove of number 33, Robinson.
Robinson, not a very big dude.
No, we noticed that about the team warming up. They don't have a ton of size on this Birmingham team, but what they lack in size, they make up for in heart, right?
Well, that was kind of the way goaltenders were built really in the 80s and 90s, right? You kind of look at like a Mike Vernon who played for the Detroit Red Wings, a very short, small guy. And they score! It's Bloomfield Hills off the faceoff. Jackson Baroki.
Well, that just goes to show you. He put it up on the net often enough. Some good things can happen. This looked like a little deflection out front, went right up over the right shoulder of Robinson and into the net for Bloomfield Hills to take the early 1-0 lead. But back to your point about the smaller goaltenders, I go back to the Jimmy Rutherford era in the 70s, and you mentioned Vernon. Chris Osgood, not a very big guy, but they got it done. And sort of some of these goaltenders today are 6'5" or whatnot. But
Messi, assisted by number 2, Ben Ezra, and number 7, Luke Charlie.
Sounds like they gave Leneski credit for the goal. Sure looked like number 9, Jackson Baroki, fired it home. Well, we'll go with the official scorer, Damian Leneski. So to kind of finish off our thoughts, you really have seen a total switch in terms of what you see out of goaltenders. It seems like every NHL team now has a very tall goaltender.
yeah, remember Ben Bishop?
Yeah, for the Tampa Bay Lightning.
He was huge. Those big wide blocker pads.
BU looking for the answer. Instead, McElhier will cover. Goaltending equipment has certainly gotten smaller.
Yeah, that's bordering on the ridiculous these days. But these two players have what we would call reasonable amounts of pads and goal sticks and so forth.
Chase Hamlin to take this face-off for Birmingham. Countered in the circle by Max Hummen. Hummen ties up his man and controls the face-off. Hummen along the near side boards, glides through center, gains the offensive zone, separated from the puck there defensively by William Pinoza. Simon tried to carry it through the neutral zone, had it taken off his stick, thrown through center ice by Jack Ite. Pinoza picks it up at the blue line, fires a wrister on net. McElhier able to make the paddle save. Race after that loose puck. Dostal was the first Blackhawk there, but he got covered up well defensively by the play of Pinoza. Pinoza walks through the neutral zone, upends the defender, no call. Now the defender took out the goal, so we'll have a whistle, and now delayed penalty perhaps, as there were some extracurriculars after the whistle, as it looked like Bloomfield Hills player went into those sideboards. to bring the faceoff all the way out to center ice, I believe. Nope, they're going to keep it in Blackhawk zone. I apologize.
And Pinoza made a nice back check on that previous exchange. He ended up coming up with the puck, carrying it out of the zone, and we've mentioned his name quite a number of times early in this one, Brad. He's been all over the ice.
So no penalties there. We're going to skate 5-on-5. Backhanded in a little bit deeper there for the Kings. Blackhawks try to chip it out. Bloom along the near side boards, but out. Charbonneau. Glove save there by Robinson. He'll hold on with 8:10 left to go in the opening period of play. 1-0. Blackhawks out in front here on their senior night.
And Robinson with a 10-6 record. He's played quite well for these Kings.
Charbonneau wins the faceoff. Puck comes all the way out to Rumst at the blue line. Sent to Rister just wide of the net. Behind the cage now. Picked up there by Ben Ezra, the sophomore for the Blackhawks. A lot of underclassmen on this Bloomfield Hills roster. Stepping in between that pass, St. Marie. St. Marie is still loose. Backhanded, steered aside once again. The Blackhawks really dodging some early scoring chances here for Birmingham. Chipped in by Nathan Walsh. Walsh kept the play alive at the blue line. Sent it in a little bit deeper. Two defensemen step up for Birmingham as well. Ben Ezra. And it knocked off his stick. Blackhawks with the odd man rush. Charbonneau. Walsh. Blocked it with the shin. Now guides it over to the left wing side. Nice play there by Somero. Somero, one of the leading scorers this year for the Blackhawks. Has 14 goals to lead all goal scorers for Bloomfield Hills. And has 5 helpers, gives him 19 points on the season. Preston Lundberg, the leading scorer for Bloomfield Hills this season with 23 points, 7 goals, 16 assists. Trying to go short side that time. Once again, McElhier picking up save after save. Big collision right at center ice. Players will exchange some words. Blake Simon supplying the hit there, along with Nathan Rumps. Rumps for the Blackhawks.
Very little give to that ice, as you'll notice. If you've ever been on ice, I'll tell you what, it can hurt a little.
Another face-off win for Bloomfield Hills. Win Thompson feeling a little bit of pressure there by Leo Kepler. Kepler now stands in between a pass. Came up with the deflection, battle for it along the near side boards. It's out to the blue line. BU fires a quick wrister into the glove hand once again on McElhier. Teams both competing out of the OAA Red. Both looking up at Clarkston in the standings.
And how often do we say that about a number of sports? Clarkston, sort of the heavyweights of Oakland County athletics.
This BU team was able to defeat that Clarkston Wolves team back on February 4th, a 3-2 final in overtime. We mentioned Birmingham winners of 4 of their last 5, including their last 2. That Clarkston game, one of those 2 victories. Their last game was a 6-2 victory over the Dragons of Lake Orion. Terrific pad save there by McElhier. And a long rebound right on the doorstep, trying to jam it home. Ron Schneidel came away empty. Pinoza in the left wing circle. Getting back defensively, Quinn Thompson. Puck still loose, unable to get much on the backhand. And McElhier will cover once again. We'll have a face-off deep in the Blackhawk zone.
And we saw those Lake Orion Dragons in the game prior to this one. They took it on the chin 1-0 versus Detroit Country Day. And it was a close game. We were watching it. It was down to the wire. Very tightly contested from the beginning. We've seen those Dragons in the past play this Birmingham team, and they have a perennially strong program out there.
Walsh drives along the end boards, picked up there by the right winger. Trapped along those far side boards. Puck squirts loose, tying up his man with Charbonneau. And now lifted up and in to the Bloomfield Hills bench. 5:05 left to go, opening period of play. We're going to need a new puck.
They have more. I saw dozens of them on the ice during the warm-ups.
Sure did. Face-off will take place to the left to McAleer. Austin White to take the face-off for the Kings. That linesman got over there quickly with the puck. Referee has kicked a couple centermen out of the face-off circle throughout the night. Oh, Newman paid the price along those far side boards. He's slow to get back up. It appears to be okay. After all, he is a hockey player. Hills floats that one all the way out to center ice. Driven back in deep by Birmingham. Neither team wanting to change here with 4.5 minutes to go in the opening period. Right wing circle walking in. Good idea, trying to bang one home in the crease mouth. But covered once again by McAleer.
And no harm taking that shot from the side of the net. Anything can happen. I saw Mo Sider score a goal like that for the Red Wings last night against the Oilers, and it looked like he had no shot whatsoever, but puck takes funny bounces, and on Sider's opportunity went in the net. That's exactly what this one almost did, but Birmingham still finds itself with a goose egg on the scoreboard.
Hamlet out there with McGrath. Weiss couldn't play that puck for Bloomfield Hills. Hamlin backhands it, and it's rung around those end boards. Sticking out the stick, but unable to play it. Humming. Walked in now by Dostal. Dostal goes to the backhand. Lost track of the puck. Centering pass right onto the stick of the defenseman there for BU. Looking to break out. Under 4 minutes now remaining in the first period. Blackhawk lost his stick. That's number 4, Nathan Rumps, the defenseman. So he goes in, supplies a little bit of the body instead, and now the puck is on the side of the net. We'll get a whistle as it was played with a high stick.
Yeah, there was a little bit of pushing and shoving down there. Away from the puck, there was sort of a jockeying for position, I think you could call that. You got to make your presence felt out there.
William Pinoza, the captain of this Birmingham Unified team, 2 goals and 14 assists on the season. Once again, they're going to toss Jules St. Marie out of the face-off circle, and his teammate steps in and wins it for him. Ben Ezra is in the slot right now. Couldn't get enough on the shot as it's directed aside by a defenseman. And Bloomfield Hills has done a nice job of clogging up those passing and shooting lanes.
They really have. They've not given clean looks whatsoever to the Kings.
Just out of the outstretched reach of St. Marie. Bloom plays it back to his captain, Pinoza. Pinoza stretch pass up to the red line. St. Marie stayed on side. Bloom! Over top the net. St. Marie goes in after it, collides behind the cage with Quinn Thompson. Thompson able to get enough on it, play the puck over to Newman. Newman on the right wing side, looks over, and it is dished through center. Here comes Lundberg now. Terrific tip-to-tape pass. Oh, backhand attempt by Jordan Newman. Just sent wide. BU has kind of dictated play throughout the back half of this first period. That scoring chance there for Bloomfield Hills, the best of the best. Newman goes in after it. He goes down to a knee. Play kept alive by Samaro momentarily. Stepping aside, avoiding the check. Here comes Birmingham once again, driven hard down to the ice. St. Marie overskates it. Another block shot, this time by Walsh. Preston Lundberg supplies a little bit of the body. Under 2 minutes now left to go in the first period. Birmingham looking to change. Dumped in, Bloomfield Hills will keep 4 skaters on the ice. As Preston Lundberg steps off. Collision there. Kepler took the body on from Karsten Connolly. Entertaining, fast-paced first period. As you mentioned, not a lot of stoppages in play. It's been a clean period as we haven't had a penalty call yet.
No, it's been fast-paced. Very few stoppages. Minute 18 to go in the first, and we've seen some good end-to-end action. And you know, if I'm Coach Warson and during the first intermission, I'm telling my guys, just do what you're doing here. Let's keep the pressure on. They've done everything but put the puck in the net. I wouldn't call the goal Bloomfield scored fluky, but it was one of the very few chances they've had, and they made good on it. Sometimes that's all it takes.
Face-off win this time for Birmingham. Intercept at the blue line. Charbonneau's shot misses wide. Kepler now breaks out. Kepler forced out wide and sent one over top of everything as McAleer couldn't even get his gloved hand up and on it. Kepler backtracks, thrown forward, and icing the call with 45 seconds left in the first.
Birmingham moves the puck very well. They've got a number of tape rink-wide passes were right on the money, which has allowed them to break into some odd man rushes, but they have not capitalized in the end. Now we find this face-off deep in their own zone, so Bloomfield will try and see if they can notch one more before the end of the first period.
Blackhawks have win the draw once again. Shot blocked. Puck still loose. Oh boy, dangerous looking play. Joaquin Robinson kind of went down in the butterfly style, and that puck just was able to squirt loose and wide of his net. Penoza absolutely blasted his man, Max Hummon, into the near side boards. 15 seconds remaining. Plenty of time for Birmingham. Opportunity there. Pad save once again by McAleer. Kept alive at the blue line momentarily by Penoza. That will do it. Buzzer sounds. 17 minutes in the books. Bloomfield Hills on the aid of a Damian Leneski goal. Lead it 1-0. Andy, your thoughts on one period of play?
So far, close game, very tightly contested. It looked like very evenly matched couple of high school teams, although the records would not speak to that. The goaltender for Bloomfield Hills looking sharp, and Birmingham's going to solve him in these final 2 periods. Should be good.
Take a quick break here on BACB Sports, but when we come back, it'll be the start of the second period of play.
If you love them enough to do this, surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back inside the Detroit Skating Club. Brad Fetters alongside Andy Aubrey. Bloomfield Hills with the 1-0 lead over the Birmingham Unified Kings. Nearly set to go second period of play. And Andy, as we took that break heading into the intermission, you mentioned this is a Bloomfield Hills team that wasn't playing like their 4-17 record.
No, not at all. And they're letting it all hang out here on their senior night. Last home game in this building, so they want to put on a good show for all the parents that are here and grandparents and so forth. And they're doing just that with this 1-0 lead, the first period in the books.
Bloomfield Hills comes out with their top offensive line. Simon at the blue line kept it alive, was looking for the give and go. Instead, James Samaro intercepts. Sends it down the length of the ice, where we will have a face-off after the icing call is made against the captain, Samaro.
And we got some of the heaviest, hardest rock you can play in this building. Everything from Van Halen and Alice in Chains to Nirvana and you name it. They have been rocking out big time here.
Bloom with the intercept, walks it in, right face-off circle, sends it over top the net. Notice that quite a bit here tonight for Birmingham, as quite a few of their shots have missed its mark.
Yeah, not precision at the shots on goal department, but I still feel, and maybe you can corroborate this or deny, I think they've carried the play for the most part. You'd have to say they've been the aggressors, even though the scoreboard doesn't show that. But when we see that in these games, it seems that eventually that has a tendency to show itself before the game is over.
Jordan Newman is going to go off. Minor penalty for hooking. So Birmingham onto the power play. And Andy, this is a power play unit that has connected at nearly 32%. They're 15 of 47 on the season. And it's a penalty kill for Bloomfield Hills that has really struggled this season, as they have only been able to kill off 67% of their chances. So a big opportunity here for Birmingham to get back in this hockey game. Ben Ezra, puck on his stick, skated around the offensive zone. Now Simon takes a terrific pass and sends it over top the net.
Yeah, that's what you're talking about, Brad, right there. They had a great opportunity. It sailed wide.
This one's thrown on and through. McElhier unable to glove it. So Birmingham starting to buzz here, looking for the equalizer. 15:25 left to go, opening period of play. Minute 8 left to go in the minor penalty to Bloomfield Hills. Without a doubt, going back to your comment prior to that penalty, Birmingham has been the aggressor throughout this hockey game. McElhier in his goaltender's position has definitely kept the Blackhawks in this game.
And he just made a stellar save a moment ago, too. It was a point-blank opportunity here.
Outlet.
This power play.
Ben Ezra was waiting for that blue line, and it knocked off his stick. Nice job getting back defensively with the Blackhawks. They send it down the length of the ice once again. Backstop there by Robinson. Up ahead to Kepler. Kepler nudges it forward, pitched in, and chasing after it. Centering pass to no one in particular. In fact, Samaro was there to intercept. Sends it all the way up to center ice. BU looking to break in once again. Kepler sent it through, paid the price as Samaro supplied a little bit of a hip check. Just 8 seconds remaining in the minor. Couple chances here for Birmingham on the man advantage, but they'll come up empty. Blair nudged off the puck once again. Those two guys come together. Kepler through a couple defenders. Oh boy, a quick whistle. That goal will not count. The whistle blew. McElhier made the initial save. The puck was loose directly in front of him. It was between his pads. Birmingham was able to kind of get it out, bring it out, shoot it in on goal, but the whistle had blown prior to the puck going into the net.
Right, and we did hear that whistle, even though it might have been a little quick. I don't think anybody's playing too vocally on that Birmingham bench. I'm sure they wish that hadn't been the case, but we could see it. He hadn't quite covered it, and it did get poked out of there, but that whistle went just before.
And it was the linesman that was kind of in this near side corner that blew the play dead. And I don't think he quite had the vantage point that you and I have. We're here right at center ice, but we're high above the action. And you could see that puck was clearly in the paint, loose between the goalie pads of McElhier.
Yep, true.
And that's the second straight save that McElhier has made. This time he traps it in on his chest. That was the second save McElhier had made in a row where he lost track of the puck. You mentioned that pad save, the terrific pad save he made. He was searching for it. He couldn't find it.
Right, yeah. And he was just got the good fortune of hearing that whistle, because the Kings were able to punch it in, but to no avail.
Big face-off coming up here. Won and controlled by the Kings. Jordan steps up. Keegan Jordan wears 77. That's a good defenseman's number, 77. Paul Coffey.
Oh, yeah, you got to love it. I love how a lot of these high school teams, I don't see any here on these rosters, but you see a lot of 19s, you see a lot of 91s, you know, you'll see, well, now that Larkin's doing well, he's...
Oh, look, there's another juicy rebound. An opportunity on the doorstep once again. This one's thrown through. Comes out to Jordan, wearing that 77 in black. Birmingham. A little bit of frustration perhaps starting to set in as they have dictated play throughout this hockey game, but still find themselves trailing 1-0. Odd angle shot there, short side. Rising up to make that save, Joaquin Robinson. Another opportunity. Ooh, boy. James Samero walked right through the offensive zone, had himself right in the slot, but couldn't pull the trigger. Puck comes all the way out to the blue line. Pad save, changes directions there for Robinson. All of a sudden, Bloomfield has tilted the ice. Another long, juicy rebound, and Samero once again on the doorstep, but couldn't get the shot off.
Yeah, very dangerous opportunity there for Bloomfield Hills. That one was fortunate to stay out of the net for Birmingham, but they can't panic. There's a lot of hockey to be played, and here's a breakaway.
In on that backhand. Oh, what a save again by McElhier.
Where would they be without him? He's played well.
Fantastic as it finally gets lifted up into the protective netting and out of play.
And this was probably his best save of the night so far. That was outstanding turn away on that breakaway, and Birmingham comes up cold. So still 1-0. You have to believe they're still the aggressor. They've forced the play for the most part. They'll get one to fall eventually. They've just got to keep doing what they're doing. At the same time, they got to be careful in the defensive end because the game's so tightly contested. You get out 2-0, then you can start to get a little demoralized.
Well, we talked about it at the very start of tonight's broadcast that this is a Birmingham team that averages over 4 goals per game, and it's a Bloomfield Hills squad that gives up 5 goals per game. So looking at it on paper, you thought, well, perhaps this was going to be quite a bit of a mismatch here tonight. But Bloomfield Hills, to their credit, has answered the bell.
And this is why they play the games. They're not won or lost on paper, but this is shaped up to be a good game.
This Bloomfield Hills team coming off a 9-2 loss to Western Pinckney. Their last victory was all the way back on February 8th, a 5-2 win over Dexter. Penoza picks up that loose puck. Birmingham player was separated from his stick, so instead of playing without it, he'll just go over to the bench. Backhanded through the offensive zone once again by Penoza. Whipped along those end boards, but it'll be Bloomfield Hills that carries the play. Penoza sidesteps the defender, still has it on his stick, trying to go backhand. 5-hole covered up, oh, it squirts in! Birmingham comes up with the equalizer.
And that's what I'm talking about, Brad. They just kept doing what they were doing, which was keeping the pressure on. They got a bit of a rebound there. McElhier was not able to cover it up, and that proved to be his downfall as Birmingham punches it home for the 1-1 even score game now with 11:07 to play here in the second period.
I think it might have been St. Marie. If it is St. Marie, it's his 14th goal of the season. So wait for the official announcement. And here comes Birmingham once again. Oh, St. Marie. So in fact, it will be St. Marie. The lone assist given to the captain, William Penoza. St. Marie from Penoza, 1-1 hockey game.
And we'll see if that gives the Kings a little bit of a jump in their step. Sometimes that can be a momentum shifter. That equalizer.
A whistle. 10-12 left to go in the second period.
And we're going to have a cross-check
It's going to go against Bloomfield Hills. Nathan Rumst.
Bloomfield penalty number 4, Nathan Rumps, 2 minutes for a cross. Penalty, 10 minutes, 12 seconds.
Well, that is not what the Blackhawks needed after giving up the equalizer. Now they're going to be a player down here for the next 2 minutes. So here's Birmingham's opportunity to kind of take control of this game by getting the lead and trading off their momentum that they just got from this recent goal.
Second man advantage for Birmingham in this hockey game. Ben Ezra works it along the short side boards all the way out to the blue line. Simon's shot blocked before he made its way to the net. Puck wedged up. Shuffled across over to Ben Ezra on the right wing side. Backtracks all the way out to the blue line. Slips a pass over to the left wing side. Unable to get anything going. Simon at the point. Between the circles. Ben Ezra short side. Another save by McElhier. Nathan Bloom walks it back to the blue line. Leaves it for Pinoza. Pinoza walks on in. Pinoza loose puck. Trying to wrap around. Comes all the way out to the blue line. Quick snapshot there by Simon. And somehow McElhier finds it in his glove. And now a little bit of a meeting of the minds.
We had some little extracurriculars there. Pinoza was down and was grabbing the stick of, who was that, number 8, Linansky, Damian Linansky, who was simply trying to skate away, but they patched things up. They're okay.
Yeah, boys will be boys, right?
Yes, that's true.
Off the post. Casvalaire with the opportunity. Now Kepler on the doorstep, short side. Couldn't sneak it past the netminder, McElhier. Spencer Werner up ahead. Glove down by Werner. Rushed along those end boards. Centering pass. Kepler with the opportunity on the doorstep. Bloomfield's been caught out of positions numerous times on this penalty kill, but have yet to pay the price.
And they are very fortunate to have found that fate, because Birmingham has had a number of great chances during this power play.
Going in after it now. Ron Scheidel. Somebody got plastered down there.
Yeah.
Ron Scheidel going to go in after it. They're still tied up.
Bloomfield wanted a trip. They didn't get the call.
Lineski and Werner were the two players that came together as the penalty will end. So Birmingham now 0 for 2 on the power play. Plenty of opportunities, especially on that second man advantage.
Oh, there was, yeah, those were their best chances of the game so far. They were really coming at the net from all angles. A couple rebound pokes, and they still couldn't put one in beyond the one they've got. So it's all tied up, 1-1 still, 8:09 left to play here in the second. And face off to the right of McElhier, I should say.
Beautiful setup here at the Detroit Skating Club, home of the Blackhawks.
I love the vantage point. We're in great shape up here. Nobody's giving us dirty looks for sitting in their seat like they do at the Birmingham Ice Arena when we kind of move in for our annual game we call over there. You can tell there's a lot of hockey parents that are used to sitting where we end up taking over our broadcast location there. And we are definitely among the people there for sure.
That shot skips over a couple sticks, finally played forward. Gathered in the defensive zone by Birmingham. Squirts all the way over to Jordan on the near side boards. Birmingham player goes down. Bloomfield Hills skate to stick. We'll move it on through. Controlled by the Blackhawks, curling back, thrown forward. Another block shot, going after his own loose puck. Getting the rebound, Samaro. He's a dangerous goal scorer, we've mentioned already, as he goes to the backhand attack. Wraparound opportunity off the stick of Preston Lundberg. This top forward line right now for the Blackhawks on the ice. Generate a couple chances. And we'll get an icing call against Birmingham.
Yeah,
They're on their heels.
Well, they were fortunate just to get that puck out of there. They were happy to ice it because those were Bloomfield Hills' best opportunities in the second period so far. They had a number of good looks and several shots on goal, none of which found the back of the net. But Birmingham said, hey, let's just get this puck out of here and take a breath.
Max Hellman unable to win the face-off there for Bloomfield. And kept play alive at the blue line. Quick snapshot by Jack Height from his defensive position. Glove save made by Robinson. Seeing it clearly all the way through a little bit of traffic out in front of his net. 6:55 left to go, middle frame. 1-1 our score between the Bloomfield Hills Blackhawks and the Birmingham Unified Kings. So glad you decided to tune us in here on Birmingham Area Cable Sports. Referee paid the price there as he goes down. Dominic Dostal supplying a little bit of a screen in front of Robinson.
And Robinson's done a nice job of holding on to the puck because he's made those saves. He's not allowed it out of his mitt there, and no rebounds, so no second shot opportunities for the Blackhawks, which has benefited the pace of play for Birmingham.
Hamlin separated from the puck there by Hummin. Hummin has played an excellent game. Max only a junior, so he'll be back in uniform for Bloomfield Hills next year.
Yeah, Brad, you mentioned the young team here this Bloomfield Hills squad puts on the ice. They are they're looking at some pretty rosy future if they can keep these guys in the program because they're coming along, but they're young. On the other side, Birmingham has really got some nice puck handlers. We've seen some good puck possession, great passing for them, and you still feel like they've been the aggressors here. There's just over 6 minutes left to play. We're going to have got a penalty up on the board.
Yeah, they're going to get number 26 for Bloomfield Hills, Karsten Connolly.
Connolly's shaking his head. He's not buying it, not for a second. But the third penalty now for the Hawks, and Birmingham really needs to take advantage of one of these, take this lead.
So they got him for roughing. St. Marie is the king on the doorstep. Battle for it along those far side boards and then muscled all the way down the length of the ice. And it's going to be left there for Ben Ezra. A little bit of a dangerous play there by Robinson as it kind of took a strange bounce off that kicker board and came almost right out in front of the net. And a little poke check by McAleer all the way out to center ice. Dealt forward onto the stick of Ben Ezra. Sent right back to Simon. Simon looks up ice. Brushes one forward. Blake Simon, defenseman, 4 goals and 10 assists on the season. Just 4 penalty minutes. This has been a Birmingham team that has been disciplined this season. They only have 58 penalty minutes.
And that's pretty remarkable considering we're down near to the end of the season.
So roughly 1 minor penalty a game. I know in the past we've called some Birmingham games and they've really racked up some big time penalty minutes and we're constantly on the penalty kill, but
yeah, it's tough to win a game when your team's in your box all the night. It's definitely been the case a number of years. But this version of the Birmingham Unified team is looking pretty disciplined. Their record is impressive, and but they find themselves in a dogfight here tonight. That is for sure.
20 seconds remaining on the Bloomfield Hills minor penalty. This has been a Blackhawk penalty kill that has been up to the task here tonight. We talked about it as a unit. They have struggled this season. Just a 67% kill rate. So fantastic job of the Blackhawks here tonight as Birmingham is now 0 for 3 on the power play. A bit of a back check there for the Blackhawks. Works all the way out to Werner at the blue line. Not able to get much on it. And sent up into the protective netting behind Robinson. We'll still have a face-off. Going to keep this one in the BU zone.
Yeah, that used to be souvenir land up there before they put netting all the way around. Kind of like Comerica Park.
And fan safety, more important than the souvenir, that's for sure.
Yeah, those lawsuits get expensive.
Too many scary scenes at the ballpark and the hockey rink.
Yeah, that's true. There's not to make light of it because it's serious. And
too many folks on their phones not watching the action.
Right.
Bloomfield walks it right into the slot. No, Smero again. Just couldn't get the shot off. It's kind of been the story here tonight for Bloomfield. They made the plays, just haven't been able to get the shot off. They've done the dirty work. The easy part, getting the shot off, hasn't happened quite enough. 1-1 score. 3:10 now left to go, second period of play. Lifted up there, kind of pitched forward. Preston Lundberg. Ooh, dangerous pass. Played on the backhand. Jack Height from his defensive position. See what he does with it. Still on his stick. He's kind of lost momentum. So he will just kind of slip one a little bit deeper into the offensive zone. Birmingham comes out with it. Terrific hip check there by Rumst. I don't think Hargrave Thomas was anticipating that check. Charbonneau with the opportunity as he was able to sidestep a defender. But an entertaining period of play. Just the lone BU goal.
Again, Robinson does a nice job of covering up, or that could have been near disaster. They're into the final almost 2 minutes of this second period. It's been very evenly played. Really, this whole game has been.
Muscled forward, walking in once again. Loose puck, they score. The initial shot, Leneski. I think that kind of maybe knuckled up on Robinson.
Yeah, it looked like it was sort of an end-over-end puck sort of a thing. He had a hard time locating it, and it was, you know, an innocent enough looking play to begin with, but all of a sudden, the next thing you know, it bounced over the line. So, once again, Bloomfield Hills takes that 1-goal lead, and Birmingham finds himself chasing.
Jamming away at it.
Oh, we got a scrum. Holy cow.
Oh, boy. We
Look
got
out.
some punches thrown now. Nathan Rumps took exception to something. Now, Rumps is the Blackhawk player, kind of sprawled out on the ice. And
there's always a parent or two out there that's...
well, there is a little bit of a student section down there.
Yeah, these are parents. I'm not, I have a feeling these are a couple of dads getting vocal out there. That's unusual, Brad. We don't really see that type of animosity these high school games. It's been normally, you know, clean affairs for the most part over the years. We've seen many, many hockey games without that style of roughhousing, I guess we'll call it. But referee referee's having words with players right now on both sides, and they're going to go over to the Birmingham bench and have a talk with the coaching staff to remind them to remind their players that this is a friendly game.
It'll be interesting to see if it's anything more than just offsetting minors.
There were a lot of bodies on the ice from both sides, actually.
We got Noah Braunscheitel right now, 2-minute minor. That's the only penalty up on the board.
But there are one on each side in the box at the moment.
Yeah, they got Nathan Rumst in there for Bloomfield.
And we're going to have another one for Birmingham. Gagne.
Yeah, put Maxwell Gagne in.
So, Blackhawks will enjoy a man advantage here the rest of this period and into the third.
So you had Nathan Rumps, the Bloomfield Hills for roughing, 2-minute minor. Then you had 2 minors called on Noah Braunscheitel. You had a roughing and a cross-check. So I assume the cross-check happened first. And that's what set everything off.
That's what got it all
Rumps picks up the offsetting minor on top of the roughing call to Braunscheitel. So, first opportunity for Bloomfield Hills on the man advantage. And they will have a little bit of carryover time into the third period, as there's roughly an 11-second difference between the power play time and the time left on the second period clock. Two-one Bloomfield. Here's a turnover. St. Marie, poke check. As McElhier went to the ice to play that puck. Don't see too many goaltenders do that anymore.
No, that's taking a big risk. That's what that is, but it worked for him.
Kepler takes it on the backhand, goes to the forehand, floats one in on net. McElhier couldn't make the clean catch. Works its way all the way to the near side boards. Ben Ezra leaves it for Kepler. Ladled forward, now jammed at along those end boards. Coming over Jack Eit to supply a little bit of assistance there for the Blackhawks. Centering pass, what a save again! Stretching out and covering McElhier. Boy, oh boy, has he been Johnny on the spot here tonight.
He's been very good, and that was another good example of his quickness and his ability to lay out and cover up that puck, because there were plenty of Kings in the vicinity, and this is a shorthanded situation for them. It would have been quite the momentum shifter heading into the third period, be able to put the equalizer in and tie it up, but it wasn't meant to be.
McElhier, he's going to be a star of this game. Just where's it going to fall? The top spot, 2 or the 3-star? I guess it all depends on if the Blackhawks are able to win this hockey game, and right now they lead it 2-1. 2 periods in the books. 2 goals scored by Damian Leneski. The middle goal scored by BU came via Jules St. Marie. But it is, in fact, the Blackhawks that lead it 2-1 our score. Another brief break here on BACB Sports, but when we come back, the start of the third period of play. Don't go anywhere.
If you love them enough to relearn math so you can teach them math, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Continuing coverage of our boys varsity hockey game. Birmingham Unified Kings and the Bloomfield Hills Blackhawks. Bloomfield Hills with the 2-1 lead. Brad Fetters with Andy Aubrey high atop the Detroit Skating Club. Calling the action tonight. A little carryover power play time for Bloomfield Hills to start this third period. Fresh sheet of ice. Zamboni has done its job.
Bloomfield Hills High School, the old Andover High. We got any Andover grads out there? Remember those days very well. My Central Michigan College roommate freshman year was an Andover guy, and I'm sure we got a few Losser types out there as well. But they are now known as the Blackhawks in purple and black. Really sweet football field. I gotta say, I love that. That end zone is a cool look. And their uniforms are sharp here on the ice too. So here we go, Brad. Third period. Got a little chippy towards the end of the second. We'll see if it carries over.
So neither team able to take advantage of their power play situation. Birmingham 0 for 3 in the hockey game. Bloomfield Hills now 0 for 1. 2 goals scored by Damian Lineski for the Blackhawks. The lone goal for Birmingham scored by Jules St. Marie. Took an odd bounce just to the side of the net.
And not to slight the Birmingham uniforms. They look pretty cool too, especially these road unis with the black and the red. Looks nice. Don't you think they should do half Seaholm, half Groves though? Kind of like the Michigan State house divided flag, you know.
Yeah, like maybe perhaps a maroon sweater and then green hockey shorts.
Oh, what a nice combination that would be. Oh boy, those two colors go so well together.
A BU crest right in the middle. The Birmingham sweaters. Kind of a cool logo. Wonder how they settled on the Kings.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh,
You talk about head first into the boards. It's a total different identity. Kind of like the lacrosse program, same deal.
yeah, they're the Bulldogs. And then you have the girls lacrosse team that doesn't even have a nickname. Which I find to be...
It's unusual. We got to talk to Aaron Frank and Tom Flynn about this. We say that every time we cover a girls lacrosse match. Give them a name. Birmingham lacrosse.
Their head coach, Jen Dunbar, I think is just perfectly fine without them having a nickname.
Oh, she likes things the way they are. She's a absolute fixture in the program, too. One of our favorites. Jen's great to us.
This BU hockey program has seen some coaching changes throughout its history, especially our history covering it as a program. With Zach Worson been here a while.
He's been here 3 years. That's darn near stability for the program. Considering they were turning coaches over annually for a while there.
Worson also an assistant coach for the Oakland University program. Played some junior hockey for the Metro Jets of the CSHL, as well as the Flint Junior Generals. Played some collegiate hockey with Oakland University, did head coach Zach Worson. He was nice enough to stop by prior to tonight's contest to talk to you.
Great interview. Yeah, it was good to talk to Zach, and a real likable guy. He knows the game of hockey well. Obviously, as you mentioned, he's got the background playing the game, and appreciates his responsibility as a leader of young hockey stars of tomorrow.
We only get to see this unified team once a season.
Pity, really, because it's fun. The atmosphere is great. There's nothing like a game of hockey. I think you got your hockey people. I was referencing a family member earlier who's hockey mom on steroids times 10 times 1,000, and it's a culture. There's no question about that.
A lot of early mornings, or perhaps maybe even late nights.
Yes. Yes, both. Ice time can be precious. Gotta get your practice hours in.
Oh boy, dangerous play there as Walsh watched it skip through his skates. Former head coach Steve Kruk. Do you remember that name?
Absolutely.
I actually ran into him not too long ago over at Mount Clemens Ice Arena on the doorstep. There's the equalizer. Braunschweidel out of the penalty box. Comes up with the second BU goal of the game. We got ourselves a tie hockey.
Well, hell yeah, that's what they needed. They needed a quick one into this third period. They got just that, and plenty of time left to take the lead with 12:47. Plenty of time left, but this is a beautiful goal for Birmingham, and they were buzzing all around that net.
Big goal there for BU. Finishing my thoughts, ran into head coach Steve Kruk, former head coach at Birmingham. He is now coaching in the United States Premier Hockey League for the Pittsburgh Vengeance.
He's with the Vengeance?
Yes, Pittsburgh Vengeance.
Huh.
Steve Kruk.
The Krucky? Wondered what happened to him. Another nice guy. Well, hockey people, there's nobody like him, really.
You're right about that.
Well, even the pros, they say that about all the four major sports. The hockey players are the most genuinely likable.
A little bit of a tie-up behind the play as Kepler was sent down to the ice by Karsten Connolly. No call. Big collision on those far side boards. Nearly 5.5 minutes gone by, third period of play. Noah Braunschweidel, 9th goal of the season, has made this a 2-2 hockey game. Here comes Dostal, sophomore. Edged off the puck there, whacked forward. Oh, big open ice collision.
You could see that coming a mile away. Broke the stick in two.
Lorenzo Kaufman had his head down. Fortunately, I don't think he absorbed as much. It looked a lot more dangerous than it was.
I think so, especially considering how quick they both bounced up, thankfully.
But you are absolutely right. Kaufman took that pass. As I mentioned, he had his head down.
And they tell you, keep your head up.
The defender absolutely lined him up for the big hit, delivered it, broke his stick. Hamlin steers it forward. Egan Jordan, he sidesteps this check. Plays it around the end boards. And Thompson putting on the body. Hamlin now. Bennett. And a save and a hold by Robinson. 9:51 left to go in regulation.
Yeah, kind of a floater there. No problem for Robinson to put the glove on it and settle things down for a minute. It got a little hectic there for a couple minutes. We had collisions and we had bodies slamming into the boards. We had a goal scored, and this has been an eventful third period with just over half of it left to play.
Angled off the sideboards.
I think the sound system's better here for the music than it is the announcer. We've had a hard time.
The PA announcer a little muffled.
A little bassy. Yeah. A little to turn the treble up on the vocals there, but the music sounds great. Give him credit for that.
In the world of Andy Aubrey, the music is very important.
It's almost more important than the game. Almost. They said almost. Don't want anybody to call the station. We're here for the game, obviously. But yes, the music's a key factor here in the overall experience.
Icing call against BU. So the puck will come down deep into the Kings zone. 9:24 now left to go in the third.
I hate to predict. I mean, honestly, this game could go either way right now. We're in a very tense situation. It's been a lot to really both sides, obviously, but Bloomfield Hills last home game, senior night and all, it's they're giving the fans a show.
Bloomfield Hills only has one additional game scheduled right now, and that's against Anchor Bay on the road. Unified, this is the first of 3 and 4 nights. No, actually, it's going to be 3 and 3 nights. They're going to go on the road, so 3 straight road games here on 3 nights. Oh, an absolute huge check. St. Marie plastered Max Hummin. Hummin up on 2 skates. He appears to be okay, but so Unified's going to go on the road. They're going to take on White Lake Lakeland tomorrow night. And then in 2 nights from now, they're going to go on the road all the way up to Marysville.
Port Huron way.
Yep, going to take on the Vikings.
It's big hockey country over there, too.
Yeah, Port Huron. That Blue Water area plays a lot of hockey.
They got Canada rubbing off on them in Sarnia.
Yeah, just across the bridge, right?
Port Huron's a great area in the summer, too. It's a lot of fun over there. Good beaches. Nice little, they got a little bridge.
Dangerous pass. Blake Simon kind of just left it behind his own net.
Well, you know, he might be getting some tired legs out there as we are cycling through the end. And it's going to be real interesting to see how Birmingham plays the next couple nights, being that they have games. And it's another reason Bloomfield Hills kind of letting it all hang out with only 1 left. So this is Coach Warson's probably cringing the fact that this one's taking a lot out of his team, but they're young. They'll bounce back.
Well, not only that, but district play is going to begin in 5 days. Bloomfield Hills will play out of the Detroit Catholic Central bracket. Catholic Central has already received the first-round bye, so Bloomfield Hills will take on Waterford Mott. The bottom half of that bracket will feature Berkeley and Troy, with the other bye, the first-round bye, going to Walled Lake Northern. Nice glove save by Robinson. As for our Birmingham Unified Kings, they will play their hockey, their district hockey, out of the Brother Rice bracket. And Birmingham will take on Brother Rice in what is technically the second round of that bracket. Milford and Fenton will hook up in the first round with White Lake Lakeland, awaiting the winner of that Milford-Fenton game. So both of these teams will know their first-round opponents. For Bloomfield Hills, it'll be Waterford Mott. For Birmingham, it will be the Warriors of Brother Rice.
Backyard brawl. Birmingham on Birmingham there. Lakeland, you mentioned them. They've also had a really good program for years out there, White Lake area. They've got some hockey crazies for sure. Same goes for St. Clair Shores. Wow, they've been years and years.
Yep, Civic Arena there in St. Clair Shores.
Yeah, and Fraser. Don't forget the Fraser folks.
Fraser Hockey Land.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Blair puts on the brakes. Tried to go cross ice. Instead got stood up defensively. Blackhawks have done a very nice job in their own end.
Very responsible, that's true.
Play offside, so they'll have to hold up at the blue line, and then absolutely big body check there. Nathan Rumps once again paid the price. Oh, leaving the puck right in the slot for Pinoza. Now here come the Blackhawks. Odd man rush the other way, a little 3-on-2. Just couldn't guide that pass over. Another check from behind. This puck comes all the way out to the blue line, directed on net by Rumps.
And Leneski made that good play back in his own zone, and he sold out to stop the play. Another big hit right in front, and they're going to call that one. Yeah, I think the refs want to kind of keep a hand on this game. Don't let things get as, I won't call it out of control, but it got a little dicey there towards the end of the second period. We're now moving ourselves on to the final 6 minutes plus of this third period, and the Blackhawks will have a man advantage.
Blake Simon for interference. Neither special teams unit has been able to pick up a power play goal. Look at this shorthanded opportunity.
Well, the Birmingham faithful.
Zone.
Yeah, they came from south of the border, and by the border I mean Long Lake Road. And they get the go-ahead goal here. Still a minute 45 left in the Birmingham penalty.
It's going to be a short-handed goal. .10:49 mark of the third period. Second goal of the game for Jules St. Marie. 15 tallies now on the season. He's catching up to Chase Ben Ezra, who has 16. So a terrific 1-2 punch between Chase and Jules at top forward line for our Kings.
And that came out of nowhere, really unexpected. There Birmingham was a man down, and to score that shorthanded goal like that, it's got to make Coach Warson extremely happy.
A lot of important hockey coming up. Gonna have to bring your A game if you want to upset Brother Rice. Just 40 seconds remaining on the Blackhawk man advantage. Costly turnover in their own zone led directly to that St. Marie goal. Ducking under the check that time.
And once they fight this last 20 seconds off of this penalty, you almost feel like you're looking at a 4.5 minute power play to kill off at even strength with this one goal advantage. Just be responsible. Do what they've been doing, which is really kind of flexing their muscles with puck handling and some good, crisp, clean passing.
So Simon out of the box. Kings back to full strength. Getting the offensive zone. Dostal, near side corner, tried to feather a pass all the way out to the blue line. Leneski was there, couldn't play it. Going back to regather. Aiden Ben Urza, sophomore for Bloomfield Hills. Puck kind of directed out in front. Bryce McEllier has been fantastic in net seemingly all night long for Bloomfield Hills. On the doorstep, backhanded by Timo McGrath, and now again after the whistle.
Yeah, McEllier's been asked to do a lot, but he has answered the bell, and he's still down right now on his knees, sort of gathering himself. He's been a busy guy tonight, but they're going to go a man down. It's going to be
Quinn
21.
Thompson.
Yeah, Thompson's going off for 2. Yeah, with the referees trying to keep control of the game, I think.
Yeah, it's a bit of a frustration penalty there on the Blackhawks.
It was. They were not able to clear any of the Birmingham players away from the front of the net. And credit them, because they were just stubbornly holding their positions, and that's where the roughing came from.
And it's kind of a double whammy as well, because you just have 3.5 minutes left in this hockey game, and you're going to spend almost half of it on the penalty kill.
Right, they're going to have to sell out at some point, take some maybe reckless chances, but they have no choice if they want to tie it up.
Big defensive zone face-off coming up for James Samaro, the captain of this Bloomfield Hills squad. Penoza along the blue line, wisely just winds it in deep.
And this should be their game plan, Brad. Just sort of play keep away. This is it's there for the taking for Birmingham now.
Penoza, the captain. He'll take that all day long as it works its way all the way over to the right wing side for Ben Ezra. Chase Ben Ezra. There's that 20 jersey in black, looks up ice. Nothing really available to him, so he will gladly take it a little bit deeper in his own zone. He'll vacate it now, coming from behind his own net. All kinds of speed in the offensive zone. Ben Ezra fires a shot into the midsection of Bryce McEllier, who will cover with 2:26 left to go in regulation. Just 57 seconds left on the BU power play.
And Ben Ezra just had that puck on a string. He was able to just puck handle really across the entire ice surface with it from end to end. He took it behind his own net, skated around in circles, did a little dipsy-do, a pirouette, and next thing you know, we had a beautiful shot on net. And like you said, still over 50 seconds is left in the Birmingham power play.
An opportunity here for BU to win their 3rd straight hockey game, their 5th win in 6 games, if they are able to hold on with 2:05 now left to go in the 3rd. At some point, you would think the Blackhawks will have to empty their net down a goal.
I think you'll see that as soon as this penalty expires.
So they'll have roughly 90 seconds to do just that. BU looking for one final push here on the power play. Leaving it in the slot. Kind of backhanded over to the left wing side. Walsh centering pass. And that's Braun Scheidel. That play kept alive there by Bloomfield Hills. That was a near dangerous play because Thompson was just getting ready to step out of the penalty box. And now a whistle icing the call.
Icing, yep.
So with this icing bringing the puck down deep into the BU zone, do you yank McEllier here and operate with 6 forwards? We'll get a timeout call.
Yeah, he's still in net for now, but they're going to come over and...
One would think with the face-off this far down in the BU zone, you got to skate 6-on-5, right?
I would say so, yeah. I mean, this is just over a minute left now, so there's no tomorrow. Well, there is a tomorrow, but in this game sense, we need, if you're going to tie it up, you need to take your chances, and I don't know. It's interesting to see some of these strategies in the high school game versus, say, college and obviously the NHL. I mean, in the NHL, you'd see it for sure, right? I mean,
I would think so.
It would be a done deal. You would not be coming back out, but
there's too many moving parts in getting the goalie off and getting the skater on, where coming out of this timeout, I would just put 6 forwards here. It's 6 skaters on the ice here for Bloomfield Hills, rather than try to figure out bringing the goalie out and kind of communicating with him. Knowing that the faceoffs in my offensive zone, I go with 6 skaters here if I'm the Blackhawks. They're taking their time coming out of this break.
Yeah, Birmingham's already on the ice. They're ready to go, and the referee is saying, okay, guys, let's crank it up. No, he's coming back in. He's still going to be...
Well, they got 6 skaters on the ice.
Okay, now he's going back. Yeah, I was going to say, wait a minute, really? Okay.
Well, there we go, Andy. You and I could
we could coach this. Shoot, be the next Jeff Saturday of hockey.
James Samaro, yeah, making the move from the broadcast booth right to the bench,
Absolutely.
right? And it's a face-off win for Birmingham. And they're just going to try to play keep away. And now there's going to be a race to this loose puck. And we're going to get an icing call, non-touch icing rule. But it had to get over the end line first. Nathan Rumps, the nearest skater to the puck. He's a member of Bloomfield Hills, so icing is the call.
You like that rule in the NHL?
Touch, yeah.
The no
player
touch.
safety thing, right?
I think so. Yeah, there's been some heads going into the glass that we could probably avoid.
Well, there's also the rule where it's the race to the hash marks, right? And then the race to the end line, and every league kind of does a little something different. Is BU's going to have an opportunity here with the empty net, and they're going to be able to cash it in. BU with the insurance goal. It's going to be Ben Ezra.
Well, it's going to send some of them to the exits here. 53 seconds left to play. Birmingham goes up 2, and you would think that's going to do it. They're going to bring McEllier back into the game to limit the damage moving forward, but the Kings earned this one. This is not an easy victory. They let's give Bloomfield Hills a lot of credit. They played a heck of a game.
Team leading 17th goal of the season for Chase Ben Ezra. It's been fun, Andy.
Yeah, this is good. I love the broadcast location. This Detroit Skating Club's an outstanding building, and it's big ice service. But it's been a good game. It's been an enjoyable game. We've seen a little bit of everything, actually.
Almost a ton of Olympic champions, including Merrill Davis and Charlie White. Tara Lipinski skated out of this ice arena.
Yeah.
Really impressive stuff here tonight for BU. They fell behind 1-0. They were also down 2-1, but 3 straight goals.
Yeah, even though it felt like they were the aggressors a good portion of this game, they did find themselves really scraping, and they were down, they were tied, they were down, they were tied, and finally got that go-ahead at 3-2, gave them luxury, and then they penalty late also for Bloomfield Hills to not help things. Pulled the goalie, empty netter, and the rest is history.
Jules St. Marie, 2 goals in this hockey game, including the game winner. Chase Ben Ezra picking up the insurance goal. The win by Joaquin Robinson is the 11th of the season as the Unified Kings improves to 14-8 overall. Bloomfield Hills drops to 4-18. Terrific hockey game here tonight, as is custom. 2 teams will meet at center ice, share some handshakes, and go their separate ways. We wish both of these teams luck in the district playoffs. As I mentioned, Bloomfield Hills will take on Waterford Mott, and Birmingham has a date with Brother Rice. Should be an outstanding playoff season. Wish these teams nothing but good luck. Andy, pleasure as always.
Brad, great game. Always a pleasure.
The rest of our hardworking BACB sports crew, including our director, Mike Koppmeyer, for Andy Aubrey, I'm Brad Fetter saying goodnight. One final time from the Detroit Skating Club. Once again, our final score, the Birmingham Unified Kings 4, Bloomfield Hills Blackhawks 2. We'll see you next time.